Sparks Police Department press conference concerning the September 20th case of discharging a firearm into an occupied dwelling.
Morning. There's been a lot of public interest in the case where the 13-year-old boy was shot in the head while inside his apartment at 4005 Moore Park, and we wanted to update the community and the media this morning that we made an arrest on that case yesterday evening in the early evening hours. We received a secret witness tip on September 24th that led to the identification of Jimmy Lopez Valadez. We made contact with Mr. Lopez Valadez yesterday afternoon, and he was taken into custody. The case continues to be investigated. However, we are pleased to announce that we have made an arrest in the case. But most importantly, what we really wanted to do is recognize that the case was solved because we got a secret witness tip. A citizen who's not involved with the case had the courage to come forward and bring that information to us, and based upon that information, we were able to put together an investigation and hold Mr. Lopez Valadez responsible for what took place in the early morning hours of September 20th. That's all the information I have, and I'll be happy to answer any questions that you have.
I assume since you're giving us his name that he's an adult.
Yes, sir. He's born.
How old is he?
His date of birth, I believe, in the media release is October 5th, 1980 or 1990.
Okay. And what was this gang related?
I'm sorry, it's 1980. It's not gang related, no.
Okay. So why did it happen? What do you know?
I can't tell you why it happened. I can just tell you that Mr. Lopez Valadez was found to have been shooting a gun randomly in the area, and this young man was injured as a result. The why is not anything that we can answer.
He was just shooting randomly. He wasn't shooting at anybody else. Is that?
He was not shooting at anybody else.
Wow.
You can't tell us exactly what that secret witness tip was, but can you tell us the importance, like even it could be the smallest detail, that someone can come forward and help with any information in certain type of cases?
Absolutely. The person learned of some information or heard some information that may have been relevant and just brought it forward. And what you just said is absolutely critical. Somebody that hears information about a case, they don't know the relevance or importance of it because they're not working the investigation. So we welcome all that information through Secret Witness. Obviously, it's a great organization, has been involved in solving numerous major crimes around this area for years, but also even a phone call to our detective division. Any fashion of bringing that stuff forward and taking it seriously can take us to the result that we got last night. We can resolve an investigation because in random crimes, us trying to develop who was involved is very, very difficult.
Since there was no reason, there was no motive in this case, that makes it even all the harder.
Absolutely. And unless you have a patrol car sitting right there that captures or sees something, we're not going to get that information. And I can't stress enough how much we appreciate this person bringing this information forward, having the courage and the commitment to our community to keep it safe, to bring it forward to us so that we can actively work the investigation.
But they do not wish to be identified at all, right?
They do not. That's why they contacted Secret Witness, and that's the agreement that they have with that organization.
Was
and
this
it works great.
Was this a drive-by? I mean, was he firing from a car?
He was in a vehicle. That's why he was charged with just discharging a firearm from within a moving vehicle. He was firing rounds off randomly as he drove.
Was he aware when you arrested him that he had hurt somebody?
I can't divulge anything that happened with his interview. I don't want to try to taint anything in the case, but to tell you, I don't know if he was aware of it or not.
Was the gun registered to him, or can you tell us anything?
We haven't recovered the weapon.
How important is this sort of case in your operation, just maintaining general safety and a sense in the community that these things are not going to happen frequently?
I think it's absolutely critical to this entire community, regardless of where we prioritize it as a police department. Obviously, anybody that is in their home and becomes a random victim of violent crime is very important to us, but I would think that would matter to all of us that live here, and know that we have citizens that will come forward, and you're not going to be able to operate with impunity and just injure people and get away with it. So it's not an agenda for the police department or a priority for us. It's a priority for all of us. We want to live in a safe community. We want people to act appropriately and follow the law. We don't want people randomly firing off guns in congested areas. That's why there's laws against that. So the critical nature of it is for all of us as citizens, not just the police department.
Has the boy made any progress in his recovery?
The boy's progress right now is still listed the same as of this morning. He's still in critical condition.
Does this gentleman have a record? I'm assuming he probably does, but does he have a record like previous crimes?
We can't by law discuss people's criminal record. That's illegal for us to do.
Can you say anything about the firearm? Was it illegally obtained or anything?
We haven't recovered the firearm, so I don't know.
Okay.
You know what caliber firearm was?
I don't know for sure, no.
So to be clear, the charges against him at this moment are what?
Discharging a firearm from within a moving vehicle, discharging a firearm at an occupied dwelling, and battery causing substantial bodily harm. Battery with a deadly weapon causes substantial bodily harm.
All felonies.
Yes, sir.
How many years is he facing?
I don't know. I'd have to add all that up. It's a substantial prison sentence if he is to be convicted, but we're a long way from that. We just made an arrest last night.
Because we're good.
Thank you.
Good.
Thanks.
All right.